It was another busy month for the Sheriff's Office, with 4th of July holiday celebrations, a number of fundraising and community events, and a social media success for MCSO. Here are the highlights. MCSO fielded a full team for the annual Law Enforcement Torch Run, a fundraising event benefiting Special Olympics. As usual, there was a great turnout for the annual Wood Village Night Out, where MCSO had an information booth, vehicle and boat display, SWAT team demonstration, and Deputy Monda volunteered to show the effects of a taser. Our members took part in the July 4th parade and barbecue in Maywood Park, one of MCSO's contract cities where we provide patrol and law enforcement services. K-9 Deputy Ranger was honored as the K-9 Citizen of the Year at the annual City of Troutdale Summerfest celebration and rode atop one of the River Patrol boats with his partner, Deputy Todd Weber, at the head of the parade. Along with the MCSO Citizen Patrol and members of search and rescue teams, our staff participated in the Corbett Fun Fest. And our very own Deputy Jeremy Costello became a social media superstar with his graveyard rendition of Baby Shark as part of the recent Law Enforcement Lip Sync Challenge. With over 3 million views on Facebook and still climbing, Deputy Costello's fans spanned the globe. I want to thank every one of our staff and volunteers who helped organize and participate in these events. Being actively engaged with the people we serve is an important part of building and maintaining community trust. It's also a lot of fun. We welcome several new hires to the Corrections, Law Enforcement, and Business Services divisions of the Sheriff's Office this month. There's no greater reward than helping others and giving back to your community. As a public safety professional, you can find something positive in each day and soon realize you can make a real difference in people's lives. Please welcome our new hires as they begin what I hope to be long and rewarding careers in public safety. I also had the privilege of swearing in 18 new law enforcement reserve deputies to MCSO this month. Although they are new to us, each is an experienced former reserve officer at the Portland Police Bureau. Reserve deputies serve on a volunteer basis and provide a number of important and valuable support functions to the law enforcement division, such as transporting arrestees to jail facilities, providing cover for other deputies on critical incidents, conducting vacation home checks in the community, and special event management and security. Our new reserves have been fully equipped and are currently undergoing training as part of the onboarding process and will soon be in the field. Please join me in welcoming them into the MCSO family. There were a number of members who retired from the Sheriff's Office this month, and I want to thank each of them for their dedication and service to MCSO and the community of Multnomah County. To finish your career as a public safety professional is a great accomplishment and one you should be especially proud of. I wish you the very best retirement will bring. As most of you already know, Lieutenant Mark Shrake is retiring from the Sheriff's Office next month, and Sergeant Brandon White has now assumed the duties of MCSO's Public Information Officer. Sergeant White has served in a number of roles and functions in the Corrections Division for over 18 years, including the Transport Unit, CERT Team, and his most recent assignment as County Council Liaison. He's also an agency firearms and use of force instructor and has provided backup PIO support for the last year and a half. The Public Information Officer is an important function in our agency and provides the primary communication link between MCSO and the public. Over the years, a number of talented individuals have contributed to this valued role, and I'm grateful for Sergeant White's willingness to take on this new assignment. A few weeks ago, MCSO management staff had the opportunity to attend a leadership retreat featuring guest speaker Dr. Kevin Gilmartin, who many of you have also heard in the past as part of annual training. The author of the popular book, Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement, Dr. Gilmartin provides consultation and training to agencies across the country about the challenges and demands of working in public safety and the emotional, mental, and physical toll it takes on officers, deputies, and their families. During our session, he talked about the warning signs and negative patterns that many of us recognized in ourselves as a result of our profession. And he offered strategies and solutions we can use to help bring a healthy balance to our lives. As the training ended, I realized that MCSO had a responsibility to do better in finding ways in which the quality of life for staff can be improved both here at work and at home. After discussions with our unit managers, I'm proud to announce the MCSO Employee Wellness Initiative. Intended to be an ongoing effort, this program will look for ways to help staff take care of themselves physically and emotionally and maintain a positive attitude in spite of the challenges we face in public safety service. Chief of Business Services Kezia Warner will lead the initiative and has already begun assembling a steering committee to begin the work.
Over the next 2 months, we're going to convene several meetings so that we can develop the strategies and recommendations that will be the foundation of the plan. We will submit those recommendations to the steering committee, and the steering committee will then work with the sheriff to determine what ultimately makes it into the plan. We're hoping to have a final plan in place within the next 6 months.
I look forward to the ideas presented over time by the committee and will keep you updated. Finally, this October, the MCSO Transport Unit will be hosting the Oregon Transport Association Fall Conference. Here they will showcase the agency's modernized fleet of vehicles designed to meet the high demands of transporting adults in custody throughout the state. The delivery of their most recent vehicle marks the completion of the redesigned fleet, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to highlight the transport unit and the important role it plays here at MCSO.
An important component of the Corrections Division in Multnomah County is to provide the safe and efficient transport of some 68,000 adults in custody each year. This includes providing access to the judicial system, facilitating movement between MCSO facilities, and transferring people to jurisdictions throughout the state of Oregon. This is the role of the MCSO Transport Unit. The team is based out of the Eon Shops in East Multnomah County and is made up of 15 deputies and 1 sergeant who work Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Every day is a little bit different in the transport unit. We hit the ground running each morning to ensure that we maximize our efficiencies in our operations. While I'm building runs at the courthouse, the team is out east completing pre-trip inspections and getting ready for the early morning court chains.
After initial court movement is complete, deputies regroup at the courthouse to get their daily assignments and begin coordinating paperwork and logistics for each run. Some are assigned to facility runs, which are responsible for moving people to and from MCSO facilities, while others are assigned to individual matters that might include transport to juvenile court matters or Oregon State Hospital evaluations. Many of the daily runs involve working closely with other state and county facilities locally to ensure sentenced individuals are moved to the Oregon Department of Corrections and that people needing to move to and from other counties are delivered in a timely manner. In addition to the variety of daily runs that must be completed, MCSO also dedicates staff to work as an integral part of the Northwest Regional Shuttle.
The shuttle system began in the state of Washington. They created it in about 1979. From there, Oregon took it, adapted it, made it a little bit better in 1981. So from there, the main hub became Marion County. It's very central. It's able for a lot of the counties to come together twice a week to exchange prisoners. Multnomah is an essential part of the hub. They are able to get people all the way up to the state of Washington for us, and they also take a lot of people east. So without them, there'd be a lot of people that we probably wouldn't be able to get back and forth very easily.
The ability to meet the complex demands of both internal and external transports is dependent upon a reliable and capable fleet of vehicles. With this in mind, the transport unit transitioned from public transport vehicles that were modified and repurposed for corrections use to a fleet of vehicles designed from the ground up to transport adults in custody.
With over 10 years of experience in the transport unit and an in-depth knowledge of the vehicles, Deputy Dave Patchett was the ideal choice to redesign our fleet. He worked closely with members in the unit, individual vendors, and the county shops to design a fleet that met the needs of the unit while offering a sustainable, cost-effective means for replacing vehicles in the future.
The redesign of the transport fleet required us to take a close look at what we were operating and learn from lessons past, and we took a look at what was on the market and how we could do much better. In the past, we used school buses that had been modified for transport use, and at the end of the serviceable life of the unit, we had to replace the whole thing, which wasn't very cost-effective. What we've gone to is a separate chassis and inmate compartment that once the chassis needs to be replaced, we can just replace it and we can reuse and recycle the box.
By purchasing trucks with replaceable inmate compartments, the transport unit has found cost savings at both the initial point of purchase and in long-term replacement costs. An example of this is the unit's latest acquisition, which replaced a converted tour bus. The new vehicle, designed by Deputy Patchett, was roughly half the replacement cost of the new bus, with the largest portion being the cost of the reusable inmate compartment. As replacement cycles occur every 350,000 miles, these refurbished compartments can be placed on a new cabin chassis, providing a significant overall savings.
One other place we found for efficiency is we've gone to a Ford chassis, and this allows the county shops to diagnose and fix the issues that come up with our trucks instead of sending them out to a separate vendor.
In addition to cost savings, these new vehicles provide a number of operational benefits. They fit in all sally ports in state and local facilities. They meet modern environmental standards and are more fuel efficient. They adhere to compliance with ADA requirements and have improved climate control for people on board. They also have closed-circuit cameras for easy monitoring of individual compartments and drop chains for traveling in adverse weather conditions.
I'm very excited about the opportunity to show off our new fleet at this year's Oregon Transport Association Fall Conference. This event provides an opportunity for transport staff from across the state to come together to better our regional shuttle. The transport unit is always a popular special assignment. We'll have 3 openings and the announcement will come out in the fall. I encourage anyone who's interested in transports to get a hold of me or a transport member.
The reason why transports was appealing to me is because I come from a background in the trucking industry, so it was a natural progression to want to get into transports. I enjoy the group of people I work with. It's a small unit. We all depend on each other every day to get the job done. I enjoy going to different counties and different agencies, meeting different people and working together to move inmates around the state and across state lines.
A few of the things I really enjoy about transports are the opportunities to work with other agencies, tackling new challenges, and trying something new in corrections. This is my first year in the transport unit and I look forward to the remaining years ahead of me.
I'm proud of the work that the transport unit does each and every day to represent our agency throughout the state of Oregon. This unit offers a unique opportunity to collaborate with other agencies and units throughout the state to come together towards a common goal despite any challenges that might be present. As you can see, the work of the transport unit is both challenging and rewarding. But perhaps the most important part I want you to take away from this segment is
Stay safe out there.